Hope you enjoy, everyone. This is Sellavin. I'll give you my latest live reaction of episode 23 of My Hero Academia Season 2, episode 23. This is last episode was pretty good. You had to see Tokoyami and Suasa, the Shadow Guy and the Frog Girl. They used their abilities together, their quirks against Ectoplasm, a guy who has the ability to clone himself multiple times over. That was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. And that was just the first couple minutes, The fact that they could cooperate, Good to see also Midoriya and Uraraka, seeing them through the glass, seeing how they handle their abilities well, how they are, you know, getting used to it. This is a very difficult situation, but they managed to pull it off. They managed to fight against Vladimir and his clone. He even made a giant clone of himself and used it in combat and got them stuck. But luckily, they thought ahead, especially Sue, using the ability of her dark shadow of it. He's seeing that this guy, likes to be very offensive. She basically laid a trap where she swallowed the handcuffs. She swallowed the handcuffs to be used to capture the hero. So your goal is either capture the hero or get to the goal. That's the main of it, And this is the second match, and they fought perfectly using their teamwork. The next one is against it's Power Loader. He seems like a kind of mole drill guy to go up Murrow on the ground, and it's going to be against Ida and that Tailman guy, right, Kujiro. He uses it in his tail and his abilities. He's able to use it best to his advantage and come up with another plan. Have a very unique plan where he literally, using their speed, launch him over the goal and pass Power Loader. So basically, they use teamwork. The next team is Yayarozu versus his Todoroki team. Todoroki and Yayarozu, they seem like, well, the thing is, Azawa saw that both their quirks as their best advantage, but also their disadvantage, because Aizawa wants the best for them, so that's the reason why he put both of them together, so he can, because they ride too dependently on their powers, so he wants to use their power as an advantage. Basically, put them in an environment where they don't have their powers at all, and see how it goes. Basically, give them a disadvantage, even though they're even though the quirks have a handicap, they are going to try to use force to bait them down. Yoyorozu crying about how she lost in the UA festival. But losing confidence in themselves. She even makes those little Russian dolls. That opens up and you put a little doll inside them. But those dolls are not ordinary dolls. She came up with the plan at the beginning, but she didn't tell Todoroki till much later, until he's captured. Aizawa seeing this as an advantage. He tries to relate to her that it's more try to teach her to have confidence in herself, because basically her will has been shaken and her confidence been lacking, because basically she thought nothing of defense. She doesn't know how to handle combat yet. But she does know. But this is because she lost to Tokoyama on the stage earlier here at the sports festival. So it really can't be helped. So seeing that, it's pretty intense as you think about it. The situation for them is very outgoing because of her disadvantage. She even tries to rescue Todoroki, but Todoroki tells her, "You have a plan, then just do it, and just do it basically." And she does. When she's at Aizawa's mercy, she uses it, and she successfully rescues Todoroki using their skills to their advantage. Because they know that Aizawa has a weakness. His eyes is still messed up for the time the League of Villains attacked. So they have to use that as an advantage because he can't blink. He has to keep his eye open. The next time he blinks, his power will go off, and they use that to the advantage, like flashing him in the eye using light. They even use the cloth that he uses as a weapon. That cloth, the what you call the silk wrap, otherwise known as what you call a scarf. The metal scarves that he uses to capture people. That's what I'm looking for. Scarves. She uses that as an advantage, so he would distract it, and they got the cuffs on him. The last match of the episode was Uraga and the naval laser guy that gets a stomach ache from using his naval laser. Where he was they're fighting 13 and 13 looks like he's about to suck him in. So anyway, let's start with this episode of my season 2, episode 23, and here we go. Oh no, wrong stuff. Excuse me. Fifth match. It's the your yoga yoga. How to get out of this? What would Deku do? Do you like him? Yeah, she said that the last time, and she embarrassed, and she let go. Uh, but on your own field. Oh shit! Oh, that look. Oh yeah, she went serious. Damn, she used her disadvantage to an advantage. That kind of makes sense. That's pretty easy, and she learned that from Godhead. From Godhead, I love Uraka's character, the development. She may be that sweet little girl, but now she knows how to be a badass, especially comes to knife fighting and how to grab somebody by the arm. Huh. I wonder if she knows a few judo moves. Yeah, she knows judo. But Gunhead taught her the ability to throw people around and twist their knives. That's some martial arts self defense stuff. I still remember those episodes. That was pretty cool. The internship, and she was still on fire, even though she was in a she didn't lose most of her confidence until the naval laser dude. Something tells me he did that on purpose, just to use that as an advantage. The link. You know, he's pretty smart for a guy who's almost dead last in the class. That's pretty funny. I, for one, think of the situation as pretty intense. I, for one, liked how they did it. In this situation. Uh, he basically so this was pretty good. Okay, and then they finally got 13, so they got five down. Now they five. Now there's just five more to go, and the last one is All Might height and what you call Bakugo and Deku's height. So that's a fight I want to see. Hey guys, sorry you don't see you wait all the way to the end. You're wondering why it's shorter and why is there no footage here. It's quite simple. I messed up during editing and didn't get a chance to film the episode, so it's quite messed up. And I didn't want to rewatch the episode again and just watch the episode while I was watching. That's just not that's not being genuine, and that's like a fake reaction. I didn't want to bring you guys any fakes, but this episode was one of my favorites. I can give you the details of what I thought I liked. Um, some episodes part of I like is when in the beginning like 13 versus and then Uraka and the naval guy. Apparently he said so. They like Jiro. She talked to 13. Talked to 13, and they used he used he used words. He told Uraka, "Are you thinking about Deku right now? Are you thinking about Midoriya?" And she was, and she let go. She feeling embarrassed. She was embarrassed later on when they asked her what she was talking about. And she just backed off, and Midoriya is not clue. But she used her advantage with her fight with Gunhead, the knife fighting. They used that as an advantage. That was gotta be one of my favorite episodes. That's gotta be one of my favorite episodes. She used the knife fighting advantage, fighting to her advantage, and basically you know, uh, immobilized, 13. He basically took her hands and put it in the handcuffs on her. Next one that was gotta be one of my favorites. The next one's gotta be Earphone Jack. Earphone Jack, that has to be Phone Jack and anime. Anima. He's the one who talks to animals. You can use birds and stuff. They're fighting against President Mike, who Mike and his basically his sonic voice in the forest. I like how it's Aizawa Eraserhead who's doing the narrating on his abilities. That he has the ability to use sound when he was a small child. Oh, President Mike, that was pretty cool. I really liked how they did that. That was gotta be one of my favorite moments. And they used that. The thing is, is made of bugs, afraid of bugs, and he used it to his advantage. He used bugs as a weapon. Weapon against Earphone Jack. Even though the no anima, he was afraid of bugs. Actually, he still communicated with them, and Earphone Jack, he notices that Earphone Jack's ears are bleeding, most likely because of the sonic like noise that he's giving off. That's pretty. But seeing he was afraid of bugs, but he swallowed his pride and used this as an advantage to fight against what you call it against President Mike, and that was pretty cool. The next fight, I gotta admit, it's gotta be one of my favorites. It's gotta be Invisible Girl, Invisible Girl and Tentacle versus Snipe. And Snipe, he's the sniper guy. He's the cowboy who shoots long range. He took out Shurikage's hands and legs at the end. He won. And the thing is, they beat him. He was shooting from long range. He used smoke grenade and tried to get in close. But Invisible Girl, she took off all her clothes. Oh, well, she's already invisible, and she took off all her clothes and basically went for him. While Tentacle, he became a distraction. And one of the things that got funny was when they grabbed Snipe and they finally put the handcuff and he puts his arm against something, but it turns out it was one of her boobs and she starts freaking out and like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. It's one of those awkward teacher moments. Like that's not it was unexpected. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose. That's true. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose. So what teacher would? That's kind of messed up when you think about it. I mean. And so he was definitely not, and he wasn't doing it on purpose. So that's not what he's all about. So he wasn't not thinking like that. In my opinion, he didn't do it like that. That wasn't his intention. He didn't want to press up against her. He was not pressing up trying to just cup a feel. The last episode, like that moment, it's gotta be Mineta and Mineta, aka Grape Juice, and Cellophane, the tape guy, against Midnight. Midnight has the ability to create a kind of oral fragrance, some fragrance for her body, and from her body to knock people out, knock them unconscious, basically. That was gotta be one of the craziest situations as I could think of. But Mineta's all upset because by knocking him out, and basically he's lying on her lap and asleep. He's so mad that he's in that position, so he starts to run away. Everybody can't believe it. Then again, in this situation, he's up against a powerful pro hero, so he's no match. However, he starts thinking, "Why am I in a school like this? Why should I be in?" Hey, even recovery girl starts to doubt it. People should set certain goals. But then he starts thinking about Midori, like about his past. That the reason why he wants to be very popular, and we found out that he was because he wants to be a girl because he admired this one guy who was all the popular with girls, so he wanted to be a pro hero. That's what he wanted to do, become like. So he did that. And so he and so that's what he wanted to become. So he did, okay, but however, he knows that he can't just keep running away. He has to step up, and so he does. Even against Midnight, who is a little bit sadistic in some way, and she's turned on by violence. If you guys remember the first half of season two, during the UA festival, she was turned on by a lot of violence and everything, and she really liked it a little bit in certain, and it's the way she did it. Mineta, I used to tell her as it is, confront her, say, confront her, giving this whole speech. They can't use it. And she's like a predator. She tries to go after him and stuff. But Mineta knows that he can't fight her head on because of the smell. So he used it, but he used his friend and abilities as an advantage. So and they called it Grape Rush, where he literally takes tape that his partner made, puts it over his mouth so he won't smell it, won't breathe in the smell. Great, and throws his grape balls, his things, the sticky balls that he throws all over her whip and her whip and all over her body. She becomes stuck. And he takes his tape partner and goes through the gate. And they called it Grape Rush. So basically, he won. He won. I thought it was kind of funny. I thought he was going to lose, but the pervert wins it in the end. Even though this time he wasn't trying to cop a even. He really wanted to cop a feel, but didn't. So he just put his perversion over being to his dream of being a hero first. So basically, Mineta stepped up. So that's something you gotta notice. But he's still probably pretty bad about the fact that he did this. This was a review episode because like I said, during editing I got messed up. I didn't film anything inside, even though I had the mirror. I messed up. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish. Please forgive me. I always try to do my best. I don't know how to do that whole skill thing where you just take clips. So episode. Someone send me a link or something and to a place where I can do this stuff so I can take the baby steps. I really don't know how to do that just like all the other people who do this professionally. This was a good episode. It had its funny moments. It was pretty good. I'm gonna watch this episode probably a couple more times. Nice, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sellavin. I gave my last episode of My Damia Season 2, Episode 23. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Alright, and remember, love anime, respect yourselves, and respect your fellow fans. Anyway, peace. I'm out.